Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Keyboard Kings. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Durgod Hades 68 keyboard with Kailh white switches. Do a quick unboxing, and then we'll talk about my initial thoughts and what I think about this keyboard. So, when you first open up the box, you're going to see that it comes with the keyboard, Velcro straps, keycap puller. It comes with two different wires, so you're going to get the USB-A to the USB-C connection, as well as the USB-C to USB-C connection, depending on what you're connecting to. And then it also comes with the instruction manual. So overall, I gotta say, HK Gaming did a really good job designing this keyboard. When I first opened the box, I was surprised at how well designed this thing is. It's perfectly symmetrical and it looks beautiful to look at. It's a high quality aluminum frame, and you can tell that this thing is very well put together, strong and durable. It's got a little space, a little indent right there where you plug the wire in, which I think helps keep it in place. So when your keyboard moves around like this, the wire doesn't end up falling out or getting bent or anything. This keyboard is a 65% keyboard, so it's very similar to a 60% keyboard where it lacks the function row and a lot of extra keys like the numpad and stuff, keys that you don't generally use that much. It just eliminates all those keys. It's slightly better than a 60% keyboard in my opinion, because it includes other keys like the page up, page down, delete, home, as well as dedicated arrow keys, which in my opinion is a necessity. I find myself using the arrow keys a lot, so 65% keyboards are probably one of my favorite. Pair it with a numpad, and I think that's the perfect setup. So overall, just in terms of the build quality and structure of this keyboard, it's definitely one of the best keyboards that I've reviewed on this channel so far. The keycaps on this keyboard are decent quality. They're very smooth to the touch. However, they aren't PBT keycaps. They are double shot ABS keycaps, which some people may prefer, but they're nice at first, but after about a year or two of use, they really start getting oily and slippery. They don't last quite as long as PBT keycaps in my experience. So that's one flaw with this keyboard. However, after a year or two of owning this keyboard, you can easily replace the keycaps, no problem, and it'll cost you maybe $20 to $30. So it's not a huge problem in the long run, but it's something I thought I would mention. Where this keyboard does shine in that department is the fact that with dedicated keys on the keyboard, you can easily customize the RGB lighting on this keyboard. And each key is individually lit, which means the customization for the RGB on this keyboard is virtually limitless. And a lot of people love their RGB, so you'll be happy to know that you can customize this to your heart's content. The Durgod Hades 68 comes originally with the Kailh box switches, and my keyboard personally came with the Kailh box white switches, which are, I believe, a linear switch, similar to the Cherry MX Red or the Gateron Red. It feels a lot like that. It has a higher click sound, in my opinion. If you prefer Gateron or Cherry, I believe on the website you can purchase them at a discount. Gateron switches are about $10 less. Cherry MX switches are about $10 more. In my opinion, if you're going to opt for different switches, I've tried out both Cherry Reds and Gateron Reds, and now I've tried out the Kailh box white switches. In my opinion, the Gateron Red switches are the best in terms of linear switches. So if you're looking for a good linear switch to get with this keyboard, because you're going to use it for gaming, a lot of people prefer linear switches for gaming, which is what I prefer. If you're looking for a good linear switch for gaming, I highly recommend the Gateron Red linear switch. And if you haven't seen in a previous video, I did an unboxing and a build of the GMMK mechanical keyboard, which I got Gateron Red switches, and I love that keyboard. So if you want a keyboard is really good for gaming and has great macro customization, and then you should check out that video. I'll put it in the cards up above. But anyways, if you're going to get this keyboard and you want linear switches, I highly recommend switching them out for the Gateron Red switches. Anyways, here's a quick audio test of the switches that I got for this keyboard, which is the Kailh box white switches. So somewhat of a unique feature of this keyboard, well, not really a feature, but just in general what it comes with, is it comes with two choices for cables, which I haven't seen in any other keyboards that I've purchased so far. So you have the regular USB to USB cable, and then you also have the USB-C to USB-C cable. And I've noticed that a lot of computers nowadays, USB-C connections in the tower. So it's nice that they included that option for you in case that the thing that you're plugging into needs that type of cable. And also a lot of phones are using the USB-C cable, and you might want to use your keyboard for your phone or your tablet. So it's nice that they included that. Unfortunately, the USB-C to USB-C cable is a little bit smaller, coming in at around 3.5 feet, while the USB to USB cable is around 6 feet. So I think what they had in mind was the regular USB cable is intended for PC use, and then the USB-C to USB-C is probably intended for your phone, your tablet, etc. But it was nice of them to include that. So just a quick recap of some of the best features of this keyboard that I really love about this keyboard is one, the N key rollover, which is an anti-ghosting technology, which basically allows you to type multiple keys at once, which is really needed for gaming most of all, and if you're a fast typer too, and probably for programming. But anyways, it basically lets you type 3 or 4 keys at one time, and your computer will register all of those. So you're not going to end up having, if you're gaming, you try to hit the attack button and a spell or some other crazy stuff and nothing registers, and then you end up losing the game. So that's nice to have. It also has amazing RGB illumination. It's super bright, customizable, and it's all around just a great feature of this keyboard. It also comes with a great variety of linear switches. It has a solid aluminum frame, a super great compact design, which I really love. It looks amazing. And it also has amazing customizability via the Durgod Hero compiler software. So what is the Durgod Hero compiler software? It's basically like any other software that comes with keyboards, like GMMK has their own software. I believe Logitech has their own software. So each company usually has their own software if they're a big company. This one, in my opinion, is slightly worse than the other ones, but it still does a good job. It still offers a lot of customizability with your keyboard. It's just not as intuitive, and it's a little more complicated. But once you figure it out, it's really not that big of a deal. So with this software, you can program different keys to do whatever you want. You can remap your keyboard to add micros and macros. So it's really good for, like I said, gaming and programming and whatever you need, really. I use a lot of macros when I'm editing videos to help increase my workflow, work a little bit faster, get a lot more done. So it's definitely nice. It's a big deal to me when I'm buying my keyboards that it has a great software to really customize it the way I want. So when I was comparing this keyboard to the original keyboard as well as the Taurus K320, just to get a general idea of how this keyboard compared to similar keyboards, I really found that this keyboard shined in pretty much every area, from the customizability to the build quality, aluminum frame, the keycaps. In my opinion, this keyboard is just way above those other keyboards. And at a similar price point, you're definitely getting a bigger bang for your buck for this keyboard. If you like everything that I've mentioned so far and you don't mind the few flaws that it has, I think this keyboard is definitely worth it. You should definitely give it a try. Just like I said, make sure you get the right switches because unfortunately they're not hot swappable. So more than likely you're stuck with the switches that you choose. So I got a list of a few questions that are commonly asked about this keyboard. So I'm going to go over these now and give you my quick response. So the first one is Durgod a good brand? And it really is one of the most premium, value-worthy brands of mechanical keyboards, in my opinion. They've had a lot of great products come out, and really they haven't had a lot of negative reviews so far that I've seen. So in general, from that term, I think they are definitely a good brand. So I'm really not surprised that they created the Durgod H68. It's just another one of their great products, and you should definitely give them a shot if you're thinking about it. So another question is, where are Durgod keyboards made? So the company that manufactures these keyboards is I'm going to butcher this name, but the Zhuhai Hoxie Technology Co. Ltd. I probably said that way off, but they are manufactured and assembled in China and sold all around the world. Another common question is there any way to use the F1 row on the Durgod H68? And there isn't a dedicated F1 row on this keyboard. However, if you look under the number row, you can see the little white keys there. Those are the F1 row. And the way you access those is with the function key on the bottom. You got to hold that button, and then you can access the F1 row. Another question, is it possible to remove the keycaps on a Durgod H68 and change the whole set? It is possible. A lot of these keys are just your standard size, like all your alphabetical keys and your number keys. They appear to be the same size as usual. But then there's some keys like the shift key and the function key, control key. Those are all a lot smaller than normal keys, so you're going to have to find the right size. But they can easily be removed and replaced. That's just the only hurdle that you'll have to cross, is figuring out the right size and replacing them and finding the right replacement. I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video where you can find replacements for these keycaps on Amazon. I found somebody recommended it on Reddit, a great quality PPT replacement. So I'm going to leave a link in the description. It will be an affiliate link. And I'm also going to leave an affiliate link to this keyboard down below where you can check this keyboard out and give it a try if you like. So overall, I think this keyboard is a very high quality keyboard. In my opinion, if I was looking for a keyboard for myself and not just a review on my channel, I probably wouldn't purchase this keyboard only because the switches are not hot swappable, and that's a big deal to me. I like having the freedom of switching my switches. A lot of people, that doesn't matter to them. They're going to buy the keyboard and they're going to be happy with what they got. So if that sounds like you and you don't care about having the freedom, or you know how to hot swap and swap switches yourself, then I definitely think that this keyboard is a great choice just because of the high quality frame. It's a great price point. The keycaps are alright, but those are easy to swap out if they get old and slimy. It's got awesome customizability from the macros to the RGB. Just everything in general is pretty much everything you could ask for. And I really love the compact 65% design. So like I said, if you want this keyboard, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below where you can purchase it. And if you like this video, be sure to press the thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on so that in future videos when I review more keyboards, you'll be notified and maybe there'll be a different keyboard that you're interested in. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.